project, we're going to be using an app called Chrome Canvas to create a unique character using shapes and lines. Now, after you go to canvas.apps.chrome using your Google Chrome web browser, they may ask you to sign in. If they're asking for sign-in information, they're looking for your school email address along with your school password. After you sign in, they may ask you to click Get Started. After you click Get Started, you'll get to a page that looks like this. You'll want to start by clicking New Drawing in the upper left-hand corner. This is the starting point for your project. In this project, I'm going to show you how to use shapes and lines to create a unique character. You're going to be utilizing the Layers panel in the upper right-hand corner for this project also. In case you make mistakes, you can make adjustments without affecting all of your layers or just your entire project if you use one layer. So you can use any colors, any tools that you want for this. For this step, you're simply going to begin working on your character using the time that you have allotted for your art class. So I'm going to show you how I start mine off. I like to start off with simple shapes first, and I use big shapes first. So you're going to be using something called organic and geometric shapes. What I like to do is just make up some shapes first, and then I can color them in. If I have a big area to color in, I like to change the size of my tool to the largest size possible and just color it in. This is called adding a base layer of coloring to your drawing. So notice, I'm not worrying about details right now at this stage. I'm just laying down some shapes to get a basic start for my character. And even if you don't have an idea of a character right now, I recommend that you just start drawing some shapes, some big shapes, and then you can just add smaller details to them as you go along the way to create your character. I also suggest adding layers. So for this layer right here and this shape that I just made, this is called a freeform shape. It's a shape that's irregular and it doesn't have a name like square, rectangle, or triangle. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this organic shape into the body of my character. I'm going to click up here in layers and add another layer by clicking the plus sign. When you click a plus sign up here for layers, it always adds a layer to the very top no matter what layer you're on. Right now I only have one layer, so when I clicked it, only an additional layer popped up right there. I'm going to add another part of the body. So let's say I'm going to make a head now. So I'm going to make a yellow head. So I like to just start off with really simple shapes. Now you notice I can kind of see through this right now. If I don't want to see through it, I can change the opacity to 100 so it can cover it up. So for this first part of the project, I just want you to lay down the basic shapes for your character. If you have extra time, you can go back in and add details. I recommend adding additional layers for details. But for right now, let's say I want to add arms underneath these sleeves that I made. So what I could do is I can click on my layers, add another layer, and move this layer below the body layer right there. And I can add sleeves. I can add arms to the sleeves right here. And notice I made a little mistake. They're kind of peeking out of the arm. So I can also get my eraser and fix those errors as they occur. And maybe for this layer, I'll add some pants also. So just use the amount of time that you have for your art class today and just lay down the basic color blockings for your character. If you have extra time, like I said before, you can add additional details to your character. Always be aware of what layer you're working in. And if you want to move layers, if I wanted to add details to the yellow face right here, then I would have to click on the layer with the yellow face or add a layer above it, which I recommend to add details. And don't forget to change the size if you need to. So Use the time that you have for art class today and just get as far as you can on this project. We'll continue working on this again when we meet for the next art class. I hope you enjoy using Chrome Canvas.